Goodettetnonweiler, and I'm a member representative of the Austin Police Department Public Information Office. Tonight I'm going to give you a briefing about a homicide investigation which is currently going on in the 6400 block of Bradsher Drive. At approximately 10:13 p.m., Austin 911 received a phone call regarding a shoot, stab, hot shot, again in the 6400 block of Bradsher Drive. Officers arrived on scene and they located a male that was on the ground with obvious trauma to his body. Life-saving measures were attempted. Unfortunately, they were unsuccessful, and that male was pronounced deceased at the scene. Homicide detectives are currently on scene conducting an investigation. Witnesses have been identified, and the detectives, of course, are going to be speaking to them. This is an ongoing investigation. So if anyone out there has any information, we encourage them to contact the APD tip line. That's 512-974-TIPS or 8477. This is currently being investigated as Austin's 10th homicide of the year. No suspect has been detained right now, but we do not have any reason to believe that this is anything but an isolated incident with no threat to the public at large. So I can take any questions that any of you may have at this time.
Just clarification, so it didn't happen inside a house, it happened outside in a yard or a street?
I don't have that information right there, right now. And again, it's really early in the investigation. We wouldn't want to release any details that would compromise our investigation or eventual prosecution should a suspect be identified and apprehended. Any other questions?
Is there any indication, I guess, what signs point towards the fact that this is a homicide rather than some other form of suspicious act?
Just speaking briefly with the homicide detectives, and I didn't see the decedent, but the fact that there is trauma to the body leads them to believe that it needs to be investigated as a homicide, so I'm going to take their word for it.
And are you able to share any information about the trauma that was received?
Again, it's very early on in the investigation. We don't want to release any information that might hinder the investigation or subsequent prosecution. For example, if we were to say that it happened with a specific weapon, then the suspect might see the news brief and say, oh, I got to get rid of this weapon because they know it's this weapon. So we try to keep it vague, and we try to keep it vague just to not hinder any subsequent prosecution.
Does it seem like there's just been plenty of witnesses that it might have been witnessed by more than one person?
Again,
Yeah,
like I said, witnesses were identified, and the homicide investigators are going to be talking with them to try to get some information. Is there anything else I can help you all with? Any other questions? All right, I hope you all have a better evening.
Thank you. Put that in.
Yeah.
Oh, we got you all tangled up.